in a car driving from Cardiff to London, eating lots of jelly babies and Percy pigs and chocolate. And we got really high on sugar.
It was also the way we started thinking about Hollow Earth.
Well, that's how Hollow Earth
started. Because we started thinking, well, what would be your superpower? I wanted to fly.
Yeah.
I mean, you were, we wanted to, the other one that I wanted to do was to be invisible. I always thought that would be kind of cool.
I'd like to also be invisible, but in the middle of a rugby union locker room.
So would I.
And I'd like also to be able to, because I love to swim, and I'd like to be able to hold my breath for an indefinite amount of time to swim underwater, and I think that would be a great, maybe we should do that with the thing that we're working on.
Yeah, that would be really good. We'll do that. We could do that.
Yeah.
We're not
telling you what we're
unrelated on a panel like this at another con, and all of a sudden we both just kind of stopped and looked at each other and went, oh my God.
Great idea.
Great idea. And then we forgot about the people and we were talking. I don't know what my name would be. Superfly girl.
No. Lucky lesbian. What? Did you say hungry, hungry hippo? Because I love that game.
Oh yeah. They still make that.
Yes, the young man being held up in the wonderful Batman outfit. Well, let me tell you, when I was your age, I used to watch Doctor Who. And I used to hide behind the sofa in our house in Glasgow, as did my sister and my brother. And we used to watch it and scared the poop out of ourselves watching it, right? And the thing that scared me the most was the episode where it's called the Autons. And that was, you know, the mannequins in the shop where they would, if you haven't seen this one, tell your dad to go back and show you this one. It's pretty scary, okay? But it's not real. That's what I'm telling you, because in the world of Who, it is real. Alright? So, and I used to hide. When I was your age, I would not walk past a store window that had a mannequin in it in case they came alive and tried to get me. My mother had to put me inside her coat.
Until he was about 19.
And she used to have to move me along and hide me across, right, in front of these store windows. So it was freaky. She got from being a little boy to being a young man in my 20s in London, and my niece Claire is with me, and I get a phone call to go and be in, to audition for this show called Doctor Who, for a character called Captain Jack Harkness. And I went to the audition, and I spoke to Russell and Phil Collinson and Julie Gardner, and I was in there for about 35, 40 minutes, when usually an audition only takes sometimes from 5 to 10 minutes. And I was telling them about my love for Doctor Who, how I had that story as a little boy. I rattled off all the doctors, and one of the things that I said to them, I said, you know, people don't take a lot of chances with musical theater people, because I was in musicals. I said, take the chance. 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, I'm back in central London with my niece, and I got a phone call, and they said, you're Captain Jack Harkness, there's nobody else who can do this. I looked at my niece, I started screaming, I went, yeah! I ran up against the wall, I kid you not, I did a backflip, and I went, got it! And this old woman came up to me and she went, what's the matter, dear? And I went, I can't tell you! So the amazing thing is that when I was a little boy like you, I dreamt of being on Doctor Who. And if you dream of being on Doctor Who, if you dream of anything, it can happen, because I'm somebody who actually is living the dream that I had. And no matter, some people don't get to live their dream, but you should always have one, because it's always something to strive for.
I want to add a little maybe PG-13 story between that one.
Cover your kids' ears.
Well, it'll be good. And I feel like I can share this because Russell has already shared this in another event publicly that we were on the panel with him. And when John arrived to do this audition, he was on your motorcycle.
Yeah.
So he was in leather. Ooh. And he had his helmet.
See, I wear leather and I ride a motorcycle and wear high heels.
Yes, yes. He had his helmet on, and he walked into the room and he had to have a wee really fast. So he excused himself to go do that before he started. Russell tells this story that he and Phil Collinson, isn't it, were sitting there, and when John left in his chaps, strolling out, they both picked up the helmet and were sniffing it. Like, sniffing it, passing it back, and like, hey.
When you want a job, wear chaps. If two gay men are auditioning you, wear chaps. Yeah. You know, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Oh, Russell told me. Russell, I was on a panel, a writer's panel with Russell.
I've still got the helmet.
Oh, you should.
I'll sign it and send it to them. Because that helmet changed my life.
Yeah. The smell of that helmet.
No one got that joke. Anyway. Yes, right there, the lady in the white. Yes.
What was your best on-set shenanigan kind of thing?
Oh, we have a fun one, I'll tell you, that's on set at home. How about that? Okay? How about this one? We were watching horror movies one night. My mom and my dad and
We were watching Freaks.
we were watching Freaks one night, and it was my mom.
You seen it?
Yeah.
Not the TV show. The original MGM movie. Which was meant to be nice and helpful to people who were disabled, when it really is not.
No, it's really creepy. So anyway, we were watching this as my mom and dad and John and Scott and Kevin and myself. And my mom and I got up to get ready to go to bed, and all of a sudden...
I got up and I said, I'm going to go to bed, and I disappeared, and I climbed out of the front of the house, and I got right back around to the back of the house, and as they were all getting ready to go to bed, and they're walking, and in our house in Cardiff, if you think of it like a big room like this whole back wall is glass, looks onto the sea, and there's the living room and the dining room all this side, and the bedrooms are all up in the front. So you have to walk down a huge long hallway to get to the bedrooms, and there's a courtyard in this area where it has a big statue, and I went out and around the house, and I came back in the other side of the house through a window, which I had left open 3 hours earlier, because I knew I was going to do this, and I climbed in, and I went to the power switch, and I went...
So, my mom and I
black.
The whole house is completely black. And this is typical when these kind of shenanigans happen. My mom and I are standing frozen, scared to death, knowing exactly who's responsible for what's about to happen, but we're still freaking out. What often happens in those situations, of course, is Scott and my husband, Scott goes to his bed and my husband goes to his bed, and they ignore the rest of us. They just go away and ignore.
But the best bit, they start clinging to each other, and my sister goes, what are you going to do? My mom says, head to the bathroom.
Get in the bathroom, Carole. Get in the bathroom.
The bathroom, in the back of the bathroom, and that side of the house, there's a big tub, like a big jacuzzi tub that's big enough for a rugby team. In my house? No. And, or a police force. I might say the Durham police force are pretty freaking hard. So I go into the bath, and they're going, we gotta get in the bathtub because there's no windows near the bathtub, and we can see what's coming at us. As they're coming down the hallway, that long hallway, this is what I'm doing.
But tell me what you put on.
Oh, I put on a mask.
No, he had on night vision goggles.
Oh, no, that's right, God, the night vision, so I could see them.
What I want to know is, why does he have night vision goggles? For the rugby team.
I'm in the other room at the bottom of the hallway, and I can hear them going, God, we have to move down to the bathroom. So I go, and they're creeping, and I'm doing this on the floor next to them. And I feel them coming by me, and I just do this. Sister this.
You know, there's nothing worse than two scared Scottish women. Because we're standing there going, the wee bugger. If he scares me, I'll kill him.
Now you think the vision would fix, but in Cardiff, where we are by the sea, there's no street lights, nothing. So when it's dark, it's dark. So I told Scott, I said, once they're in the bathroom and you get the signal from me, do it. So they're standing facing me. Scott's by the power switch. I can see them. And I take them off. And I go, Scott hears, light switch on. And I go, thank God they were in the bathtub, because if they were elsewhere, my rug would have been ruined. They peed themselves.
We did. And because part of the problem was my mom and I we knew something was coming, and that's like the worst. So we were so tense, everything just let loose.
We have time for one more question. And I am going to... What? Yours is the best. All right, don't get angry at me. Yes, if this isn't a good question, I'm going to smack your ass.
Do you have your favorite underpants on?
Before I do this, I do a lot of conventions, and so does Carole, and I speak probably for both of us. I do them because we do them because we love it, but also the fact is that these conventions and people like yourselves, please know, I'm a nerd, I'm a geek, I love all this stuff myself, I grew up with it. Carole is a female nerd, a female geek. If you saw me yesterday, I was looking through comics, trying to find comics that I wanted, right? So, I get it. I love it. And the fact that you've changed my life and you've changed her life, we totally appreciate it. But also, this kind of con, what Tommy Lee's doing, what everybody's doing here, the guys who are all involved with the con, this is a great con because it's intimate, it's fun, it's not so massive that you get lost in it. We've had such a great time here, and I'm going to tell a lot of my friends in the industry that this is the con to come to if you want to chill out. And on that note, I'd like to say thank you very much, and my sister says,
thank you very much. I am not going to drop my pants.
By the way, the shoes that John has so kindly offered to sign for charity, we're going to have those on the convention website and put them up on eBay, where I think they'll do much better and have a really...
No, because then I can post it that they're being done.
Yeah, so they'll make the biggest impact. So thank you very much.